lie on the ground with your feet about hip width apart, and your knees are going directly towards your toes. So there's a little bit of space between your knees, about the same space as there is between your feet. Careful not to let them collapse in, and careful they don't end up falling outwards at this point. Feel the weight in your big toes and in your little toes. You might have your arms down by your sides with your palms up towards the ceiling, or you might prefer to have your hands resting on your tummy or on your hips with your elbows wide and soft. Sink down into the ground. Get a feeling for the way that the ground supports you. Relax your eyes and imagine your eyes could sink back towards the ground. Relax your forehead, soften your cheeks and relax your lips. Soften the space between your eyebrows and soften the space around your jaw. Allow your head to become heavy and let go. Sink down into the back of your shoulders and let your shoulder blades rest on the floor. Heavy shoulders right side and left side. Sink down into the back of your ribs and let your ribs balance on the mat. Right side and left side. Relax your tummy. Soften the space behind your navel. Relax your buttocks. Get a feeling for how heavy your hips are and balance your hips right side and left side. Be conscious of your body breathing. So without judgment, notice when you inhale and notice as you exhale. Rising and falling. Be conscious of the way that your body moves as you breathe. Notice how smoothly you're breathing and how deeply you're breathing. And as you follow your breathing as it is now, without needing to judge it, without needing to change it, take your awareness back towards the space behind your navel and imagine what it would feel like to breathe into this quiet, calm, relaxed space. As you breathe, rest into the support of the ground. And let's start making some gentle movements, encouraging this sense of release through the body. With mindful awareness, bring your right knee in towards your chest, and you can take your hands around your thigh or around your lower leg to support it. Keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your hips sinking downwards. And if it feels comfortable, you can stretch your left leg out along the length of the mat and just draw your left toes back a little bit towards you. Bring your right foot down to the ground first, and then bring your left foot back to join it. Feel both feet. Relax again through your legs and through your hips. Bring your left knee in towards your chest and take your hands either around the thigh or around the lower leg to support it. This is a lovely stretch, and if it feels comfortable, if you fancy, you can stretch your right leg out and draw your right toes back a little towards you as you breathe, keeping your eyes soft and your lips relaxed and your shoulders heavy. Bring your left foot down to the ground first and bring your right foot back and feel both feet on the floor. Bring both knees over the chest. You might bring one in first and just have a little rock from side to side. Take your knees around in a circle. Slowly feel your way through that movement And be kind and gentle with any places that feel tight or crunchy. Come back in the other direction and just notice if anything changes, if anything's different. Sink your feet back down onto the floor and bring your arms to rest by the sides of your hips. Let your shoulders relax. Imagine how heavy your arms are. Lift your arms up so they just come halfway. So notice if you're lifting out and stretching into your fingers, and instead let your shoulders drop and broaden. Keep your elbows a little bit wide and soft. And keeping that sense of space, slowly take your arms overhead or out to the sides. So you can keep your ribs sinking down. You've still got your ribs resting on the floor. And just breathe there for a few moments, letting your shoulders drop back. Let your arms be relaxed and heavy and soft. Relax your eyes. Relax your hips. And then lift your arms slowly up and round. And let your arms rest on the floor. Let your shoulders soften and sink. So we're going to put the arms and the legs together in one smooth, flowing movement. So bring one knee in towards the chest and your arms go overhead or out to the sides. Let them rest. And then bring your arms and your foot down to the ground. And the same on the other side. The knee comes in, the arms go overhead or out to the sides. And slowly ease your way back to where you began. If you want to, you can add a little bit more stretch with the leg this time. So you lift your arms, the knee comes in towards the chest, and then you can stretch your legs straighter. And ease your way back and back. Exhale as you bring the knee in and stretch the leg up. Inhale all the way back down. Couple more. Maybe take your arms a little bit wider now and let your knees release a little to one side and then back to the centre and then a little to the other side and back to the centre, and then maybe this time you go a little bit further and back to the centre and maybe a little bit further and back to the centre. A couple more on each side. If you want to, you can turn your head in the opposite direction. And then bring both feet to rest evenly on the ground. Shoulders relaxed, arms down by your sides. Give your toes a wriggle so you really feel your feet. Sink down into your feet and lift your hips. I'm going to move my arms out of the way so you can see. Tiny little bits, there's just a little lift. And then release down. And then a tiny little and release down. And then maybe you lift a little bit further. Weight sinks down into your feet. Imagine your knees going out in the direction of your toes. And then sink down and down. Relax completely when you settle into the floor. 2 more. Relax. You might find there's somewhere that you need to stretch after that, so you might stretch your legs out, give them a little wobble. You might decide to bring your knees into your chest and have a little rock. You might choose something completely different, trust your body and go with that.